that a good introduction? I don't know. Is it? I think it is. So fuck you if you don't think so. We need one for the Switch! Now we just need Nintendo to confirm it. Oh my god, David! I'm gonna do a video about what I want in it. You know, some fucking shit. I don't know, slap anything. I just wanna see my Animal Crossing be greater. At this point, I forgot about doing the video and I just left the script somewhere else. And then I came back to it and it was a piece of shit, so I had to remake it all over again. It's still a piece of shit. Anyways, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna say the ideas in no particular order, and right up there or down there or somewhere in the corner there's gonna be an indication of how good I think the idea is, because some of these ideas are very drugs. Like seriously, weed? Why the fuck did you put weed in this list? Backpacks. Yay! Have you ever run out of inventory space? You haven't? What the fuck are you? Anyways, other than the quicker way to swap stuff, a great idea would be to add backpacks. Right there, as an item in your inventory. You know, instead of using your mailbox like you did in your older Animal Crossing, aka New Leaf, in case you didn't know, you can always put your items inside the letters your villager friends send you. But if you're putting a gift on the letter that you're receiving, you have terrible friends, and you should get new ones. Anyways, the backpack could hold your tools and furniture. Now we get a legit way of doing it that doesn't feel kinda cheating. Of course, we get more backpacks because we can buy them, change their color and whatnot, and maybe we can get a backpack with more space for more bells. That would be a way to balance it, and it will be pretty cool. Platinum tools. Imagine if you actually got a golden shovel in real life, and you go outside and slap a rock. You know what's gonna happen? The shovel's gonna break, and you would have gotten more money from not slapping the rock. So, what if instead of having gold tools as the top tier, we had a new tier being platinum, or diamond, but this is in Minecraft? Anyways, the idea would be even better than gold tools, but of course also harder to obtain. That means you would have a lot more fun time catching stuff that you don't need in order to get new bonuses that don't seem to make a difference at all. Oh yeah! Villager helper. Don't you love it getting into your new town all happy and all and finding no villagers that are of any note at all? Like, seriously, you get all the pigs, all the boring ones. You don't get Scoot, you don't get Marshall, you don't get anybody. So why not instead add a new feature that allows you to say, yes, I am expecting a villager, and you can actually write the name of the villager you're expecting. That means Insta Marshall, Insta Bob. Marshall. Bob. Of course, only one, but it would be pretty cool, especially if you can do it without the need of amiibos. Making a little note here on the side, it's not really necessary, but I'm not gonna make a whole point about it, but increasing the maximum of villagers you can have on your town would absolutely be amazing. I don't know, you don't need to limit it to a lot, I don't need 30, just 20, 25, perhaps a way to modify it with a town ordinance, as soon as we can put more than one town ordinance, because seriously, just having one out of 50 options wouldn't be cool. Second side note, when I say villager, I am referring to villager friends, animal people, not players. I'm gonna say player to refer to player. Orchestrated music. Has anybody seen the Dobutsu no Mori film? Is that how you pronounce it? I don't even know. Anyways, I have. Not only because I love the games, but also because I saw one screenshot of the guy in the bunny costume and I was jealous of him when I was 6. Anyways, the music for the movie made me get myself wet. That's how good it was. And I'd like to see that in hourly music for Animal Crossing. Here's an example of an hourly music. I do believe that KK's music can stay synthesized, because otherwise, what's the fucking point? More spice, girl! I mean, species. Yeah, definitely meant to say species. Well, I believe this one is just self-explanatory. I mean, new villagers, raccoons, opossums, echidnas, scoots, lizards, whatever. I also have a strange request, so look at the number changing. What I have to say is human NPCs. I don't mean a villager that will live in a house, but I mean an NPC. Some sort of shopkeeper of sorts, a way for you to relate to the situation, so you know that you're not the only human in the humanity of Animal Crossing. I seriously don't need to explain why not add them as regular villagers, cause that'd just be, you know what I mean. Clearance in villager relationships. You know, when you play New Leaf, you probably got this little piece of dialogue of one random villager just telling you that villager A and villager B just really don't get along, and I suspect this could be turned into a whole mechanic with a great idea behind it, meaning a villager will most of the time be with another villager if they have the status of best friends. Of course, the player could affect whether or not a villager gets along with another, although not completely. Maybe it could be sometimes based on their personality, because I mean, you are the player, you're not enslaving them unless, well, when they leave, you're probably taking them to the south lines. Well, that doesn't matter. What matters here is that best friends will almost all the time stay best friends, unless something were to get between them that makes them stop being friends. So, of course, changing relationships would be great. Not just, oh, now they're best friends and they're best friends forever. No. Another ordeal we don't want to get into is allowing them to date, because as much as people like memeing the search how to date X character in your Animal Crossing game, it's still a great area that I do not want to touch. I'm actually kind of afraid of going there, so yeah, let's just stay indoors, please. Piano or guitar tunes. You know, when you want to make your town tune, this one's just very simple. Change the layout. Instead of having a little chart with that no one understands because it's weird. Yeah, why don't you just make a new piano layout, and that's it. That's very easy. That's all I have to ask, please. This is not too much, please. I ask for you, please, please, please. More weather options. Of course, we need these. More weather options, like maybe it could be cloudy or maybe it could be windy. You can get a little bit environmental at like heat waves or whatnot. So I imagine you may be able to have certain stuff that only happens at certain times. Imagine fog at 6 a.m. when it's really early and you're just waking up, and then you just see this silhouette of a character coming up. You're like, who the fuck is that? And it's like Bella, and she's really cute, but nobody cares about her because she has fleas. So yeah. Outleave. Now you're probably like, what the fuck is that shit? But I'll tell you. My idea is to replace public work projects with items like any other. Imagine a furniture you can put in your house. Well, some sort of special indicator that allows these items to be placed outside. This could allow a time to be further customizable, and it would also include a larger number of stuff we can actually put in our towns to make them actually unique. We could also above those damn traffic signs in towns, because like they were in New Leaf. Who the fuck used them? Like seriously, they look like shit. Oh my god, you used them, you monster. You should take them up. Take them the fuck up. Population growing. Okay, I know this one sounds kind of big, but hear this out. I want more events from population growing to be on the game, like morning aerobics and Laddie Day, if you remember what that shit was. Some of those would really boost the player's morale and motivation to play the game and begin their second life. Of course, that would also mean including the very, very hostile villagers at times, and the resetty, who would tell you to say do not reset so many times, but you wouldn't understand because you do not talk English and games weren't translated in your country or whatever you live in. Another thing that they could borrow from the games is, of course, the perfect town mechanics. New Leaf had pretty good mechanics, but they were kinda also bland. And the fountain mechanic is actually pretty cool. I'd like to be able to go to the fountain and it to tell me, hey, your town's like shit, instead of going to Wizard and telling me, your town's like feces. Minigames Activities. Yeah, this one's not something big. Just the minigames like hide and seek in New Leaf. Why? Because sometimes you'd go to your own birthday party or go to a villager's house and you'd be like, okay, so now what? And you end up bored and you try to start a smosh because you don't want to feel bad about the AI. You don't want to make the AI feel bad because you're a piece of shit that doesn't understand that they are AI. So you just end up feeling bad when you leave in 3 minutes. That's why I imagine adding mini games like, I don't know, cut the cake for the birthday parties, or let's sell some stuff. You know, sell me your stuff, or maybe even something like the Brewster one in New Leaf. There's a bunch of stuff that can be done. Fuck the town. We don't want no town. Scrap that idea. You know when you have to go to another map to go to a town? Nothing of that. I want my new town to have randomly generated nukes and stuff. Just like retail, just nukes like in the original game. And so does the post office, and so does the police station and stuff like that. That will be really awesome. This goes in hand with having bigger towns. Now, I don't mean having open world. Many people are saying, yeah, have a huge world. That would just be annoying. You cannot it's too big to be relaxing for Animal Crossing. And I believe just adding a few more acres would be good. Of course, I also mean adding different terrain formations. Imagine like caves. I mean, there's one in the Happy Homeroom game. Was there one? I think there was one. RNG Manipulation. Yes, I am suggesting a way to change the probability to catch that one fucking fish! Seriously, I hate having to fish 7,299 times in order to find 90,000 carps and then maybe get one fish that is less rare but I already had. So I have to try and try and try for 19 hours and just feel annoyed because nothing ever works. And I want to change that, you know? I mean, imagine if you could just release some shit into the woods, you know, just release some shit into the sea. I don't know, you put a big fish into the sea and that makes so that bigger fish start appearing because the big fish ate the small fish. I don't know, something like that. Just enough to be able to change the probabilities to get certain fish. Maybe even it could be a little bit less hidden, like selling 6 of the same fish would reduce the chance of that exact fish, because of course that would be annoying, or you know, stuff like that. It would be very technical and very fulfilling if you can find your own ways to do something. I would also like to suggest the ability to modify another stuff, like where the villagers will move in, or what villagers will move in, or perhaps what kind of clothes and furniture will be on the stores the next day. That would just be beautiful, because, I mean, wouldn't it? Of course, modifying the chance of finding bugs can also be there, although bugs is a little bit more about skill than about finding them, although sometimes it's about finding them, and I suggest maybe making ways to lure the certain type of bug. But that would be, rather than RNG manipulation, a different mechanic. Now you may be asking, why would you do this? Why are you asking this with such confidence? Why? Because I want it. Because my birthday wish for Animal Crossing was RNG manipulation in Animal Crossing 2019. I've said it. I want it. Am I gonna get it? Probably not. Most likely not. But please, let me get it. But anyway, that's about it. I don't really have much more suggestions to do, and if I have, they're probably very minor, so I'm just gonna leave it here. So thank you so much for watching this shit. I mean, you probably just wasted your time. Am I funny? Was I funny? Leave a like if I was funny. I don't know. Subscribe. Do something with let me do something with my life. I don't know. I haven't uploaded in a bit because I got bored, and also I lost all my files to upload stuff. So yeah, my computer's kind of shitty. So also that. Anyways, yeah, that doesn't matter. Also, now that you're at it, you can probably also look for my Animal Crossing remake of the rain music for the GameCube, because it came out pretty good and people kind of just ignored it because the YouTube algorithm, you know, that. Anyways, yeah, that's it. I said anyways too much, don't I? Bye.